Emergent technologies are being used in multiple ways to benefit corrections, as well as being used against corrections.
Mm-hmm.
What emergent technologies affect your agency?
The emergent technologies, utilization of tablets, mobile apps, the ability to engage staff where they are with training, education. Um, the negative technologies that are hitting us are Facebook. It's information on the fly. You know, as much as we're using Facebook to reach out and send our positive message, other people are using Facebook and other forms of social media to send out the negative. So I think as we use these technologies, it's all well and good, but we've also got to make sure that in lieu of that, we don't shut the door and not still invite people in, not get the tours in, the outreach to the community to see what we're doing. But the technology and the ability to reach staff where they are and reach the inmate population where they are. Taking this idea of the programming day, I'm supportive of an incredibly heavily programmed facility, you know, with education, workforce development, vocational training, and you know, we're doing a lot of that via technology now in the classroom, but those classrooms are facilitated often by a teacher, so you've got a Monday through Friday 8 to 4 classroom. We don't have Monday through Friday 8 to 4 classrooms anymore. We have a classroom that operates in that manner, and then utilization through secure, defined tablets, the ability for that individual, that inmate, to take that technology into the cell, and we've just expanded his learning opportunity. And when you're taking programs, education programs that were otherwise advancing an inmate's grade level, 3.5 grades in 12 months, and through the utilization of a tablet, doing it in 4. That's quite incredible. Those are emerging technologies that help us. They don't only advance the programming, re-entry opportunities, and the connection to community, they advance safety and security, because when you're engaged in something positive, you're less likely to engage in something negative. The emerging technologies in the same manner to engage our staff. In very tough fiscal times, the first thing that seems to always be the cut or the item that goes is training. Let's cut a few hours of training here, a few hours of training there. And the ability to use that technology, that when we're not in the formal classroom engaging each other, which is the best training that there is that we can use the technologies to reach our staff and our piece of the world, and then we can reach beyond. That's the incredible point, reaching beyond to have a virtual, live conversation with our practitioners all around this country. That's incredible. It's been an emerging technology in private industry for years. Why shouldn't it be for us?
Very good. How does your agency leverage emergent technologies to enhance efficiencies?
The efficiencies in the delivery of our programs, so in the delivery of our education programs, the technology of our virtual classrooms allows us to assess more quickly. The technology allows us to bring in outside speakers. It allows our Bridges to College program, in terms of leveraging the resource and the efficiency. I can actually plug the inmate population that is in that program into the classroom at the college, so we're not doubling the instructors. We're not having 2 instructors, one having to be at the college, one having to be at the jail, so we're able to safely insert an incarcerated population into a classroom environment without creating a public safety hazard, doing it in an efficient manner, saving money that we can then use to further develop our programs. And again, not just talking about the inmate population, but the same thing with our staff. I think one of the most important things when we engage our staff in training is shared experiences. And being able to find shared experiences that aren't within 20 miles of you, and being able to just open that envelope and find those shared experiences anywhere is so important to us. Travel money, conference and travel money is often difficult to come by, and when you do that, you're sending 1 or 2. Man, what an opportunity to put 5, 6, 7, 10, 30 staff in a roll call room and talk to their counterparts around the country about how they've experienced something. It really keeps us from reinventing the wheel, which we do a lot. You know, it draws us together and makes us a very efficient business system as well as a public safety system.
Very good. Very good point. Very good point. What is the most pressing issue in your agency? as relates to emerging technology?
I think the most pressing issue is keeping up with it, is vetting it, making sure that we do it the right way. There is a cause and effect, a risk when you bring in a technology into a public safety environment. One, you want to make sure that the technology you're absolutely deploying with the inmate population does not present a safety or security risk to the community. And you've really got to vet it. You've got to make sure that everything is locked down. And the time to do that is very difficult. Evaluating vendors, as a warden, as a director, technology is not my main forte, but making sure I have strong folks in play that know how to help us do that. I think that's difficult for us. It's difficult to sometimes not be taken advantage of. In government, we live in a low-bid world. And I got to call it as I see it. The low-bid world is not always the best world for us. So a great idea can be severely marred by bad implementation. It's timely for us to implement. Vetting it is often difficult, and making sure that in the myriad of other things that we're facing in operating this public safety world behind bars, we're taking time to keep it updated, upgraded, and effective in our utilization. And I think a big piece of this also for us is long-term sustainability. How do we plan and fund long-term sustainability? In government budgets, we're not looking at one-year budgets anymore. We're looking at 1, 3, 5, and 7. And sustainability of technology, how much it's going to cost me today, and what are the impacts in the future. It's an industry that's very difficult to predict. So I would say those are major challenges. One of the major challenges used to be, if you think about how we engaged it, was staff. When we brought this technology in, people were saying, well, our staff they're not computer literate, and they, as they should be. They're not. Our staff are, just by the very nature of the age that we live in today, are very computer literate. I would say perhaps one of our challenges is now the expectation of our young staff that are coming in, and I think you want to turn them off quickly, hand them a logbook and a pencil, and say, "Here you go." Wait a second, boss, I'll write a program for you. So that road goes both ways.
Good. You're right. The younger generations coming in. They're totally savvy. Okay, quickly. How do emergent technologies affect re-entry of incarcerated citizens?
Bringing the outside world in. Re-entry is a local function. I will pontificate a bit here, I'm sorry.
Actually, don't.
Okay.
Only because
you got more people waiting. Got it.
There were scheduled people.
Got it.
I just don't mind. I'm
no.
knowing what you're saying, but try and tighten it up a little bit.
One of the big challenges we have in reentry is prison reentry, jail and reentry to the community. What we're talking about, I'm sorry, you got me off base now. We're talking about technology, right?
All right. How do emergent technologies affect reentry?
Very succinctly, the emergent technologies allow us to virtually take the inmate population into the community and the community into our facilities to help prepare for reentry. We can connect them to one-stop work centers. We can connect them to jobs, employment, and experiences without leaving our facilities. It's a wonderful connection for us.